the founder of Care by Design and Absolute Extracts. Can you tell us a little bit about what you make?
Yeah, we make some products. Care by Design is a high CBD product line that uses different ratios of CBD and THC. And so we start out with 18:1, very high CBD, low THC. Not really psychoactive, but it's very easy for people to take if they're not used to cannabis. And so a lot of people start out with 18:1 and move up the ratios to where they start getting a little more THC with the products.
We have very precisely dosed range.
So precise dose, precise ratios, and so it really allows people to find the ratio that works best for their issues.
And what's special also about what you make is the CO2 extraction instead of perhaps a solvent. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we extract the cannabis oil by CO2, so it's a supercritical CO2 extraction. The CO2 comes up through the material, pulls the oil from the plant matter, and deposits into a separator where we can get all the oil. From that point, we test it, we find out the potency of it, and then we can formulate that into our products to make sure that the patients get a really consistent product from using it one time to the next time they use it.
Excellent. Yes. Tell us a little bit about your story, how you came into this industry of cannabis plant medicine.
Yeah, I've been cultivating cannabis for 25 years. I grew up in a little town in Mendocino County where there was a lot of growers up in the hills, and I was intrigued by it and loved the plant. And years later, I started getting into the medical marijuana industry and seeing how the benefit it had for a lot of different patients, and it really struck me as an amazing plant, so I just continued with it. I also got busted in, I don't know, 1998, and ended up going to federal prison for 6.5 years for cultivating cannabis.
Cultivating cannabis?
Yeah.
Wow. No, and you came back to this industry after that. What drove you back after going through that?
I believed in the plant, and obviously the laws federally, it's even still a Schedule I drug, and I've seen the benefits it had for patients that were using it, and it's just one of those things when you see that the laws are wrong, and you can't just stand by and not do something about it. And so I've just been persistent and came back to it because I love the plant, love what it does, and I'm really good at growing it, and I have a lot of ideas about formulating products that I think would be helpful, and so took a risk of coming back into that industry, but I think it was well worth it.
Excellent. Yeah, that's hardcore lovecore right there.
Yeah.
At this point, you're engaged in a lot of political work for social change. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Nothing I ever would have thought I would do in my life, but not too long ago, maybe 6 months ago, Care by Design and Absolute Extracts facilities were raided. I was arrested again and put in county jail.
Guns and everything?
Guns, flak jackets.
Guns at those plants.
And so they took me to jail. They set my bail at $5 million for having a facility where we were making these products.
Making cannabis medicine.
But there was an overwhelming support in the industry. They came out, they rallied in front of the courthouse. And people wrote letters, and there was email campaigns going on, and very quickly they realized that this wasn't just some hash lab that's clandestine. It was a facility making medicine for patients, and so a day and a half later they let me out, didn't charge me.
Because of the community engagement.
Because of the community engagement, yeah.
Now, the medicine side of it, what kind of patients do you work with? What kind of issues are they dealing with?
We have a lot of cancer patients, epilepsy. Yeah, some kids that have epilepsy, and one of them is one of our employees' daughter. Just amazing girl, and she was having just an enormous amount of seizures, and she couldn't go to school. Each time she had a seizure, it just set her back, and she started using the Care by Design product line and went 6 months without a seizure and was going to school, and it's just completely changed her life. And it's just so many patients like that, and the testimonials that you can see on our website, it's just amazing how many people we're able to help.
Yes, I think there's a limited conception about what cannabis medicine can do. We all know comfort, pain relief, muscle pain, increasing the appetite if someone doesn't have an appetite, but now we have observational data, right, that it is lowering seizures and anti-inflammatory properties. You want to tell us some of the other properties that you've seen?
Rheumatoid arthritis, PTSD. We just did a study on PTSD patients, and it was amazing the results that they got from cannabis for those. We're doing another study right now for pain study, and it's just amazing the results. And when you see when they finally reschedule it, you're going to start seeing more and more studies done, at even a higher level, and because we've done so many cursory studies, we know what those results are going to be like, and it's going to be amazing. And so we're really looking forward to getting this plant rescheduled where we can utilize it more, study it more, because again, like when you talk about the different benefits that people can get from this plant, we're learning more and more every day about it helping another handful of different issues people deal with.
Like Duncan Trussell says, cannabis is good for everything. Really, thank you so much for the work that you're doing in the world. Keep it up. This is Care by Design and Absolute Xtracts, so look for them in your dispensary and rally and protest. It works. Dennis is a living example of that, and lots of social change yet to do. So thank you, Earthlings.
Thank you.
Yabadi moko diabo gemba o. Yabadi moko diagen chingu.